Hey everybody, welcome back to Barbecue by Biggs. I'm Aaron, and today we're talking about warm weather. Not just any warm weather, but summer is fully approaching, and what better way to enjoy your summer than with a ice cold beverage, whether it's for the kids or whether it's for the adults. Come with us as we check out this Eco-Viva Slushie machine. All right, so we got it unwrapped. We got it out of the box. I tell you, that thing was wrapped really good. It's not gonna get damaged in shipping. There's only just a couple of pieces that you have to install. We installed the handle. It just slides on and clicks in. And then of course there is the drip tray, and the drip tray just slides on the bottom down here for easy removal in case you have different size glasses that you have to get under it. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing plugged in and kind of show you some of the features. All right, so we got this plugged in. All we have to do is hit the on button down here at the bottom, and then it gives you your menu. So if you look at the top, the menu has 5 different options for drinks. It has slushie, the frappe, the milkshake, spiked slushie, and then also to freeze the wine. It also has a clean function, so when you're done, all you gotta do is put some water in here and hit the clean button, and it'll agitate it and get it mostly clean. And then of course you have the lock and unlock. Once we start this, you'll see the lock button come on. It keeps you from touching the screen and changing the functions. And then one of the coolest features is this, you have a timer feature right there. And what that does is, let's say you have a birthday party at 2 p.m., you got a lot of stuff going on, you can mix up the mix, put it in here, plug it in, turn it on, set that timer to come on. Let's say the party starts at 2, you can set it to come on at 1:30. That way when everybody gets there, the drinks are made and you don't have to stress trying to get things together. And then you have the off and on, and then of course the play. So we're gonna make a batch right now and show you how that works. But before we do that, we're gonna get our slushie mix mixed up. So once you get all the tape and all the coatings off, you really need to pull this apart and go ahead and get it cleaned. Open this handle here and just pull forward, and that comes right off. It's real easy to get off. And then you remove this piece, and then it has this that catches any of your condensation that you'll need to clean up. All right, we got those cleaned up. We got them dried off. We're gonna get it put back together. That slides on. It has a little notch, goes right in. We'll put the bottom condensation tray back in, and this just slides right on, and then you push the handle back. Locked into place, ready to go. For the slushie mix, we're using the Frosty Tropics from Snappy. We get this off of Amazon. This is the strawberry daiquiri. You can look down in the description. We'll have a link to this, but this is what we use for most of our slushies. It's fairly reasonable, and it goes a long way. So this mix is mixed 4-to-1, meaning 1 cup of this to 4 cups of water, and that's how we have it mixed up. We'll go ahead and get that added in. All right, like we said, this mix goes 4-to-1. It goes into the top here. We'll slide that open. We'll pour this right in the top. We'll shut that, then we'll get it started. So we got the liquid in, now we're gonna get it started. All you gotta do is hit the start, slushie, and play. That's it, that's how easy it is. So we got our first batch in here. So we're gonna let this run for about 10 minutes, then we're gonna bring you guys back and see, just like we are, how fast this thing cools off. We'll see where we're at in about 10 minutes, and then we'll go from there. One of the cool things that I read about this inside the instruction manual is that you can let this run for up to 12 hours, and it'll cool, and it'll cycle, and it'll keep your drinks just like you like them for 12 hours straight. So I don't know if there'd be any left if it was adult drinks for me, but it's a cool feature. So we'll bring you back in about 10 minutes. All right, so we're 10 minutes in. You can already see the ice forming on the head there. It already has a lot of ice inside of here. Looks like after 10 minutes, it's coming along really nice. Probably after about 20 minutes or so, this is probably gonna be close to being ready. So remember, we put this in and it was warm. It was not cold. You could pre-chill the stuff inside and it freezes a whole lot faster, but we put it in there just at room temperature and it's coming along nicely. You can see the ice right there. We'll bring you back here in another 10 minutes. One last thing I wanted to point out was it has a minimum operating of 16 ounces and maximum of 64 ounces. So you can make up to 64 ounces of slushie mix with no issues, but you gotta at least make 16 ounces of your mix. All right, after 20 minutes, we have slushy. It hasn't gone off yet. It'll give us a couple of beeps when it is ready, but it looks like it's pretty darn close. So we're gonna let this sit for another couple of minutes till we get the beep, and then we're gonna do our taste test. So while we're waiting for this to finish, I just wanted to touch on a couple of key things that I thought were pretty cool in this deal. One is the timer. Being able to set it up before a party starts or before a birthday party or some kind of event starts, and then it'll start on its own. That's amazing. The fast cooling technology to get from warm to slushy in 20 minutes like we did is amazing. We could always go a little bit faster if we put it into the refrigerator before we started, but we did it warm and it did just fine. Whatever you have in it's going to take different times. I'd leave yourself, 20, 30, 45 minutes to make sure that it's done. This thing will run and keep it good for 12 hours. So when it gets to temperature, it'll come down a little bit, and then when it falls down too much, it'll start up again and make sure that it keeps it at the consistency that the settings are at for as long as you want it. It has the adjustment on it where if you want it a little bit firmer, you can go up. If you want it a little bit more slushy, you can go down. So far, this thing is amazing. It's not very heavy. I can throw it in the back of the car and we can take it to any party that we go to. It's a lot lighter and a lot smaller than some of the other ones that I do have. This thing is pretty amazing. It'll also do adult drinks. It'll do coffee. It'll do wine. It'll do whatever you want it to do. There's the beat. It's done. Let's get us a taste. All right, we're just gonna pull the handle forward. Look at that slushy. So I left it alone at whatever the preset settings were, and it looks perfect to me. Let's get up and get us a taste of it. All right, now that's all done, let's get our first taste. You guys ought to try this. It tastes just like strawberry daiquiri. So good. Just think how good it would taste with a little bit of adult beverage in it. So to wrap it up, we put everything in here at a warm. The water was lukewarm. The mix was on the counter for a while. It got frozen in about 20 minutes. Just think what it'd be if you put it in your refrigerator before. Can't put ice in it and you can't put hot coffee in it, but you can pre-chill and it'll make it a whole lot quicker. Remember, it has those settings where you can set it up in advance. If you got a party coming up, you can set it and forget it and go deal with other things. Also in the instruction manual, it's got a lot of recipes for adult beverages, kids beverages, all kinds of stuff that you can make. If you want to amp up your backyard or your party this summer, take a look at the Eco-Viva machine. I'll leave a link for it in the description. And as always, if you like what we're putting out, hit that subscribe button at the bottom and we'll see you guys on the next cook.